So let's go to the question in our homework that was a little tricky just for a few of us, and that's okay. We're allowed to have tricky questions every now and then. It's how we learn. Would someone want to read the question to all of us? It was number 8 on our homework. Now you can read it from my computer slide, or you can read it from what's in front of you, but who would like to read number 8?
T.
Evan, will you guess number 8?
Huh?
Can you guess number 8?
Jane is cutting a rectangular pen of brown. What's this word?
Brownies.
Brownies. She cut them in half and then cut each of those halves in half again. She did the same thing going in the other direction. How many brownies does she have?
Perfect. All right. So this is a problem that is very helpful to draw. So right now I have my rectangle out and I've drawn it because I know that's the shape of the brownie tin. And now we're gonna read the paragraph and we're gonna go step by step so we make sure we don't forget any directions. So the first thing they want us to do is she cut them in half. What does half mean again? If she cuts it in half, how many pieces should there be? Amanda? 2. Super. Okay, so let me try to make this as perfect as possible, but she cuts them in half. Do we see the 2 sides? Okay, so now we need to see what she does next. She goes and then cuts each of those halves in half again. So we have 1 half and 2 halves, and we have to cut it in half again. So we need to make each piece have 2. So let me grab another color. And we're gonna put each of them in half one more time. So in half and in half. Thumbs up if that makes sense, if you're following along and everything is good. So you cut it in half and then you cut each in half again. Anna, do you have a question? No? Okay. All right, so let's read the next part. And I'll choose a different color. She did the same thing going in the other direction. Okay, so we just did this direction, sideways. Now we have to go up and down. So let's cut our shape in half the other way. So we go down. So we cut it in half again. We did the first one. Now we have to do it again. Then cut each of those halves in half again. So this is a half and this is a half. So now you cut down in half. And half. How many brownies does she have? Who can count that for me now? How many brownies are there all together? Lala, how many are there all together?
16.
Yes, 16 pieces of brownie. So it's important that when you answer these problems, you're drawing a picture, you're trying to make sure that everything in the answer has been solved. Is there anything else we have to do? No, good. So that would be how we solve that problem. We make sure we underline and we draw, and I really like using different colors because then we know that we answered all of them. All right? If you have the math sheet in front of you, you can make these corrections, draw your picture, and write your answer. Lewis, you have a question?
No.
Okay.
Louis.
Questions? Perfect. All right.
Harry Potter. Even Potter, Harry Potter.
Lala, no thank you.
Even
All right. Next,
Harry
today is a
Potter.
big review day. It's a review day because we've actually gone through everything we need in this shapes unit. So today we're going to draw. We're going to do
Teacher, this one.
Yes, Lala.
Teacher, this one.
Yes, we're going to do some review, and I see Lewis has already started. Perfect. But you can grab you, and the first two questions is draw each shape. A hexagon and a quadrilateral.
Teacher, I know how to draw a quadrilateral.
Ooh,
Quadrilateral.
remember, a quadrilateral is any shape with how many sides?
4.
4. Good, yes. So just go ahead. Quadrilateral is a shape with 4 sides. So if you don't have the math, just grab a blank piece of paper and draw me the shapes, and then we'll share them with our computer screen for number 1 and 2 so you can get started. Draw a hexagon and a quadrilateral, please.
Yeah, can we draw a steady quadrilateral?
Well, as long as it has 4 sides, yes, it can be silly if you want. When you're done, just give me a thumbs up.
Oh.
Super. Evan, are you drawing your shapes?
I didn't find the paper.
Can you just find
I don't find this one.
Okay, right on the back of it.
Teacher, can I draw like this? My back.
No, because that has more than 4 sides. Evan, you can flip that paper around and write on the back.
Oh.
Or you can go to the side and pick up a plain piece of paper. All right, if we remember, how many sides does a hexagon have?
5.
Not 5.
6.
6, good. So your shape should look something. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Like this.
Oh, look at, mine's a little silly.
Teacher, like this.
Good job. Or it can look like something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As long as it has 6 sides, hexagon is good. Now, who can show me, or who can raise their hand and tell me what type of shape you drew for quadrilateral? Liliana.
A parallelogram.
A parallelogram, good. So little angle for your parallelogram.
Great.
Do something different. Amanda, what did you draw?
Square.
A square, good. What else can you draw? Harry.
Rectangle.
Good, rectangle. What else can you draw? Cece. Oh, sorry, CC, you're on mute. What did you say?
Rhombus.
Rhombus, yes.
Rhombus.
Rhombus is kind of like a diamond. What is another one you can draw, Lala?
Trapezoid.
Trapezoid, yes. The one side at the top is shorter than the one on the bottom. All right, did anyone draw any other shape for quadrilateral? Good, yes, I think we got them all. Thumbs up. How was drawing the shapes? How did that go? Good?
Super.
Awesome, that's exactly what I like to hear. Let's go on to our next one. So next part is you match the word to the shape. So this is all three-dimensional shapes. Or shapes with good. Good. Now I'm gonna write number or letters on the side. So when I ask you which one you drew it by, you can tell me the letter.
B, C, D, E, F, G.
All right, who can tell me which one is a cone? Is it A, B, C, D, E, or F? Liliana. Which letter? B, good. Cone is B. You can tell me what a no.
This one?
Yes.
This one?
Yes. All right, good job. Let's move on to this page. So this page should have 9 and 10 at the top. For number 9 and 10, you're going to circle the shape that's written down. And for this one, when I ask you to answer the question, I'd like you to tell me the color of the shape. So if the color is blue, Tell me blue if it's red, red. And you can look on my screen to help you with those colors. All right, number 9. Which shapes are the rectangles? Amanda.
Purple and green.
Good. Purple and green. What's the first shape in blue? What's that one called? What would this-
Pentagon.
Triangle. And what would this red
Pentagon.
shape be called?
Hexagon.
Hexagon. Good. Number 10. Pentagon. Tell me the color of the pentagon. Harry. Purple and green. Correct. What's the first shape called?
Purple and green.
Circle. What's this shape called? The blue one. Rectangle.
Rectangle.
Super. All right. Yes, Lala.
His name.
Pardon?
Evan just changed his name.
That's okay. Don't pay attention to. Let's keep focusing on math.
What?
Number 11. What shape has 3 sides, 3 angles? Lewis. Lewis, what shape has 3 sides, 3 angles?
Triangle.
Triangle, good. Number 12. Which shape has 6 sides, 6 angles? Lala.
Hexagon.
Hexagon, you're correct. All right, thumbs up. How are those 4 questions? Good, good. All right. Let's go down. Oh. All right. Write the name of the shape. Color the shapes that match. Ooh, 13. What shape is that called?
I don't know. I know.
Amanda. Good, cylinder. And then which 2 shapes should you color? The first, the second, or the third? Lala.
Second and third.
Good. Second and third.
Teacher is so bad.
I'm coloring that.
Yeah, so bad.
I'm trying my best.
Horrible. Teacher, I'm so bad. My color is so bad than you. My color is better. Look, so bad.
Probably. All right.
Yeah.
Now let's look. Circle the object that matches the description. 6 faces, 12 edges, 8 vertices. What would that be? Would it be the cone, the cylinder, the cone, or the bag? Harry.
The bag. The bag.
Yes, the bag.
The bag.
Correct.
Perfect. Take this paper.
All right, you're reviewing. All right, let's go down to some problems. Problem number 15.
So what is that? This one?
Yes. Who would like to read the question?
Me.
I see Amanda's hand up. Amanda, go ahead.
Caden's family is having pizza for dinner. There are 4 people in Caden's family. Draw lines to show how Caden's family should cut the pizza so that everyone gets an equal part.
Perfect. All right. So let's look at the number 1, important information. How many people are in Caden's family?
4.
4. So everyone, how would you cut your circle, your pizza, so that everyone gets an equal amount? Once you cut your pizza, you can show me in front of the computer. Good job, Lewis. You can put it down. Good job. Mimi, good job. You can put it down. Liliana, good job. Harry, good job.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Anna, good job. Sophie, good job. Lala, good job. Anna, good job. Nina, good job. Yes, you would draw it into 4 very equal parts. And everyone gets 4. Good job.
Everyone gets 1.
Everyone, yes, 1 big piece. All right, number 16. Who can read 16 to me? Liliana, hand I saw first. Go ahead.
Sammy drew a rectangle. He wants to partition it into equal-sized squares. He starts to partition the rectangle. Finish partitioning his rectangle. Write the total number of squares. Explain your answer to a friend.
Good. So for this question, remember, partition just means to break into smaller pieces. So he starts, remember, 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. Now Jamie he started to partition the first row, but he did not finish. So you first need to finish the 2nd and 3rd row so they all have the same amount of squares. So first, finish those 2 rows so they all have the same amount. How many squares are in the first row? 5, good. So make sure row 2 and row 3 have 5 squares as well. So if you're working, the rest of it should look like this. So you should have it completely filled. Thumbs up if you have it filled. Good, good, good. Good, thank you, Nina. Now, what is the final amount of squares? How many squares are there at the end? Harry?
15.
15, good. Now, the answer says, the question says, explain your answer. Why did we continue to make the other pieces? Why did we cut the other 2 rows into smaller pieces? Why would we do that? Anna?
Because if he don't cut it into small pieces, the sandwich is not equal.
Good, yes, good. So they need to be equal size squares. If we did not partition the other rows, they would not be equal. So we needed to make sure they were equal. Thumbs up, show me how you did on that question. Good, yes. So we needed to make sure that it was equal. Good. All right, number 17. Who can read 17 to me? Cece. Sorry, Cece, I can't hear you. Okay, thank you. We didn't hear you, Cece. I don't know what's going on with your volume. So I will reread it. Blake has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. He wants to share it with 2 friends. Circle the word that tells how Blake should partition his sandwich. So he wants to share it with 2 friends. Is it halves, thirds, fourths, or fifths? Now remember, Blake is also in the story. So we have Blake, and his 2 friends. So how should we partition it? Halves, thirds, fourths, or fifths? Nina.
Thirds.
Thirds, good. Remember that Blake is also someone who needs to eat the peanut butter sandwich. So it's not just his 2 friends, it's his 2 friends plus him. So that equals 3, which is third. Good. All right. And let's do this last page. So if you have this page, I will give you 2-3 minutes to.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know what that means.
Okay, let me explain. So the first one, identify each shape. Tell me its name. What do we call this? 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 Here, partition the shape to match the description. So it wants you to partition it into thirds. Remember, that means break it up into 3 pieces. And then write how many squares. So I'll give you 2 minutes and just give me a thumbs up when you're done. Wow, some of you are very fast. Good job, okay.
Super.
Good, good. Super, thank you, Nina. Thank you, all right. Sophie, I haven't heard from you. Can you tell me this shape in red, what it's called? Good, triangle, and what's the one in blue? Good, rectangle, thank you. Hannah, I haven't heard much from you, my dear. Can you tell us what the first shape over here is called?
Cube.
Good. And the second one is called? Good, pyramid. Remember, just like the pyramids in Egypt. Who can show me how they partitioned the square into thirds? And then I will copy. Harry, can I see how you partitioned it into thirds and I will copy? You gotta move it to the side a little more. A little more. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's not totally equal partitions. So you did it fun, but you should do them with the lines straight down to make sure they're partitioned equally. So you can either go down this way, or if I draw another, you can do them this way. Oh, my line. All right. And who can tell me how many squares are in the final question? Mimi.
8 squares.
8 squares. All right. We finished the review. Good job. Now, I'm going to show you what your homework will be. In case you have any questions, and you have 2 days to do your homework. They will be due on Wednesday. Yes, Nina.
Teacher, will it be on Class Dojo?
It will be on Class Dojo, yes. So, homework will be this performance task. Now, let me make this a little bigger for you.
Teacher, I don't have homework.
I know it is not on Class Dojo yet. I wanted everyone to wait. So, you have
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, Mimi.
On Tuesday, will we have class?
No, Wednesday. So you'll have 2 days to work on this. So this is all about shapes in art, because a lot of our art is made with different shapes. So for this one, it gives you all of the shapes you can use: trapezoid, rectangle, pentagon, hexagon, circle, triangle, square. So you can use all of these shapes for the questions. The first question, you can make shapes using other shapes. For your first design, you use only squares to make your shapes. 6 of the shapes are possible to create using only squares. So you take a square and you try to make, can you make a triangle with a square? Can you make a circle with a square? Can you make a hexagon with a square? Can you make a pentagon, a rectangle, a trapezoid? So you're gonna use art and draw me different shapes using only a square, okay? Part B. Yes, Anna.
But I don't have that paper.
I know, because I did not put it on Class Dojo yet. It is not on Class Dojo yet. I will post it after our class. The next one, part D. You want to make more shapes, so you decide to also use triangles. So what shapes can you make using only triangles? So you go, you have a triangle. Can you make a square with a triangle? Can you make a circle with a triangle? Hexagon, pentagon, rectangle, trapezoid? So you're going to use a triangle to try to make another shape. And then part C, are there any shapes that you cannot make using a circle, or sorry, using a triangle or a square? Yes, Mimi.
Can we use like not inside the, like you only can use square, triangle, circle, hexagon, pentagon, rectangle, and trapezoid?
Yes, you can only use those ones. And you're
So
only using, for part A, you can only use a square. For part B, you can only use a triangle to make other shapes. So think about how we build shapes. Can you put 2 shapes side by side to make another shape? So this one is a little bit of artwork. I want to see you drawing pictures, trying to make other shapes. Okay? And that's your homework. It will be posted after class. If there's any questions, because this is due on Wednesday and we do not talk on Tuesday, you can send me a message about questions, okay?
Okay.
All right. Next,
Hello.
we have a break. We have a 10-minute break. And we're gonna do a little bit of grammar after the break. Louis, do you have a question? No? Amanda?
When will we come back?
We will come back at 3:20. So you have a little bit longer of a break, a 13-minute break. We'll come back at 3:20. And yes, that is what you will need. We're working on collective nouns. Lala, do you have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Later, when we come back, I'll take a break. It look like a rope.
Okay.
I can take it here. I
Okay.
can show you.
Okay. Yes, Harry.
Teacher, is that 3:20?
3:20, yes.
Oh,
We have 12 minutes. Go grab a snack, run to the bathroom, and I'll see you all in 12 minutes at 3:20, okay?
okay.